Hello, welcome. How many times have you found yourself overwhelmed by the worries of daily life? A heavy heart, a restless mind. It feels like the pressures of work, family, and responsibilities never ease up. Perhaps you're searching, amidst all this, for a peace that seems distant, almost unattainable. Today, I want to invite you to reflect on a powerful promise from God. A promise that doesn't depend on the circumstances around us, but on something much greater. His peace, which surpasses all understanding. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7 teaches us something extraordinary. Paul writes, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This verse will guide us today. Together, we'll explore how to put these words into practice and discover how trusting in God can transform the way we handle daily anxieties. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you for something. Take this moment for yourself. Take a deep breath. Allow your mind and heart to calm down. When Paul wrote these words, he was in a situation most of us would consider unbearable. He was in prison, surrounded by uncertainties, facing the possibility of death. Yet he speaks to us about peace. Not a peace that comes from human solutions, but a peace that surpasses all understanding. This teaches us something profound. God's peace doesn't depend on what's around us. It isn't affected by unpaid bills, work pressures, or family concerns. It comes from something far more solid. Trust in a sovereign God who cares for us. Today, anxiety has almost become a constant companion for many. We're always rushing, trying to solve everything, striving to control every detail. But the desire for control often lies at the root of our anxiety, as though we're trying to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. But in Philippians 4, Paul offers us an alternative. He invites us to hand that weight over to God, to exchange restlessness for trust. This exchange doesn't happen magically, but through prayer, through the consistent practice of presenting our worries to the Lord, knowing He is faithful to care for us. As you look at your life today, what is stealing your peace? What thoughts are keeping you from resting? Take a moment to think about this, because the next step we take together will be learning, in a practical way, how to give those worries to God. Now, let's take a practical step to calm the mind and bring God's peace into our hearts. I want to invite you to a short guided meditation inspired by Philippians 4 verse 7. This practice combines deep breathing with a repetition of biblical words, helping quiet the mind and connect with God. Find a quiet place. Sit comfortably, with your feet flat on the floor and your hands resting on your lap. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath, counting to 4 as you inhale. Hold your breath for a moment, then exhale slowly, counting to 6. As you breathe, bring these words to mind. I give my worries to God. God's peace guards my heart and mind. Repeat this phrase silently, matching the rhythm of your breathing. Breathe in slowly, as if receiving God's peace. As you exhale, imagine releasing your worries. Let's do this together now. Take a deep breath. Inhale peace. Exhale anxiety. Don't rush. Let each word reach your heart. I give my worries to God. God's peace guards my heart and mind. As you continue breathing, visualize your worries as objects you're placing in God's hands. With each exhale, imagine these objects moving away, carried by Him. This simple practice can be repeated anytime. When thoughts begin to overwhelm you, return to this exercise. Breathe, pray, and trust that the peace that surpasses all understanding is already available to you in Christ Jesus. Now that we've calmed our minds, I want to share another powerful practice for managing anxiety: keeping a devotional journal. This tool not only organizes your thoughts, but also helps you intentionally give your worries to God. All you need is a notebook or even a few sheets of paper. Divide the space into 3 sections, like a conversation with God. In the first section, write worries at the top. Begin listing everything weighing on your heart. Don't worry about neatness or organization. Just be honest with your feelings. For example, you might be anxious about work deadlines, financial challenges, or family concerns. Write it all down as if confiding in a close friend. Next, move to the second section and write prayers. Here, turn each worry into a prayer. If you wrote about financial difficulties, pray for provision. If you mention health concerns, ask for healing and peace. This is the moment to give everything to God, remembering the words of Philippians 4 verse 6. Present your requests to God. Finally, in the third section, write gratitude. List at least 3 things you're thankful for today, no matter how small. It could be something as simple as a peaceful breakfast or a moment of laughter with family. This practice redirects your mind, focusing on what is true, noble, and praiseworthy, as Philippians 4 verse 8 teaches us. When you write in your devotional journal, something wonderful happens. You lift burdens from your heart, give God what you cannot control, and remember how faithful He has been. Try this today. Set aside a few minutes before bed or in the morning, and see how your mind and heart begin to renew. We've reached the end of our time together, but I want you to take something important with you. The anxiety we often try to manage alone finds its true solution when we give our burdens to God. Remember, you don't have to face everything alone. The promise of Philippians 4 verse 7 is clear. When we present our worries to God in prayer, He gives us a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a peace that transcends all human understanding. Start practicing what we've learned today. Take time for guided meditation. Quiet your mind and allow God's presence to bring serenity to your heart. Pick up a notebook and begin your devotional journal. Lay your concerns before the Lord, turn them into prayers, and end the day with gratitude. Above all, remember that God cares for you. No matter what's happening around you, He will never leave you. Christ's peace is available to you right now. If this message touched your heart, I invite you to share in the comments how you've been handling anxiety. What helps you most during tough times? Your story might inspire someone else. And if you believe this message could help someone who needs peace, share this video with them. Perhaps today is the day they'll find the hope they've been searching for. Finally, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. By doing so, you help us reach more people with messages like this. May the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Stay with God, and I'll see you in the next video.